All right, so let's pull up the test. And I think about 7 or 8 of y'all have taken it, and the grades are good. We still got 5 or 6 people that haven't finished their homework, so I know you're working on it. So let's go to the...
Mr. McClure?
Yes.
I think some of the questions were not fair.
Were not fair? Well, you need to see me after class and we'll go over them.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go with assignment manager. And let's go with preview. All right, find the sample deviation. Now, I'm going to do this not from a teaching perspective. I'm going to do it from a student perspective, and we're going to use the calculator. So let me go get the calculator and pull up the handy dandy calculator. Go back, pull up my, there we go, and calculator. And I'm going to put in the numbers, stat. Turn down your speaker, please. Edit, and I'm going to type it. I'm not going to type them in order. I'm going to put them the way they are, and then I've shown y'all how to put them in order, but I'll do it again. 10, 19, somebody needs to time me. 19, 16, 9, 10, 11, and 9. And now I hit stat, sort A, which is ascending order. Hit second, L1, which is above the 1. Look above the 1, you'll see the L1. It's in blue, so that means hit the blue button. And done. Let's check it. Stat, edit, and they are in order. Now I'm just going to hit stat, calculate, first variable statistic. It automatically goes to L1. So I just go down to calculate, and there's my numbers. Now I'm going to write down everything so I'll have it. And I'm going to pull up my handy dandy do jigger. Hold on a second. So y'all can follow along with what I'm doing. Y'all are just so lucky to have a teacher that can do all this at one screen.
Aren't we?
I tell you. Y'all are just
so blessed.
Yes, there you go. Hold on a second. I wouldn't use the word blessed because I'm not with that. You know, I'm not a divine person. So, but lucky. All right. So something's wrong with this pen. Don't you hate it when you get a pen and the top doesn't latch on to the, oh, it drives me bananas. Hold on a second. See if this one works.
I kind of almost feel like you need anger management.
Yes, I take medication. I do take medication.
Not working.
Doesn't work. Okay. All right, so I'm going to write down X bar. X bar is important because that's the mean, and that's going to be 12.3. And what else? SX is the standard deviation, which is equal to 3.265986324. And then I'm going to write down the 5-number summary, which is just hit the arrow, go down. Min is 9. The first quartile is 9.5. The median, that's another thing that it gives you, which is the second quartile is 11. And the third quartile is 15. And the max is 19. Somebody tell me, what else can I get? What else can I get right here? What other thing can I get with just one little calculation? The variance, Hubert. That's right. So I'm going to take 3 3.26, 3.2659, 863, 86324, and I'm going to raise it to the what power? To the second power. Thank you, class. And that will give me my variance. And I told y'all this the first week of chapter 3. I told y'all that the square root of the variance is equal to the standard deviation, and the standard deviation squared is equal to the variance. I told y'all that first week of chapter 3. So that's going to be 10.6666 repeating. And now this is everything the calculator gives me that is important to the question, or, you know, and what do they ask in the question? They ask, find the sample standard deviation. Well, we got 3.3. Ding. And that's it. Next. Find the z-score for the value 90. Well, first of all, z-score is equal to what? Somebody give me the formula for z-score. Okay, I'll do it myself. Thank you for the interaction. I appreciate it. Z is equal to x minus x bar over standard deviation. Or if you like the Greek letters, x minus mu over standard deviation, either one. 90 minus 75 over 8. 90 minus 75, I think, is 15. 15 over 8 is equal to 1 7/8, which I don't know what that is, but it's not negative. I would say it's probably B as in Bravo. Somebody, what is 7/8? Is it 0.88? That's all right, I'll do it. That would require y'all to interact with me, and I know that y'all don't want to do that.
It is.
Thank you. Who was that?
Me.
Me. I don't. Who is me? Miss Deese?
Miss McLean.
Okay, Miss McLean, thank you very much. Your icon isn't lighting up when you speak. That's why I couldn't tell who it was. Okay, so that should be 1.88. Next. You know you're not supposed to talk, Miss Deese. You're supposed to be quiet. These other students are going to get mad at you. Find the sample standard deviation. Here we go again. I'm going to go to Stat, Edit, and that's going to be 1, 5, 17, 10. This is almost aggravating with the mouse. 12, 18, 8, 12, 18, 8, 9, and 10. And I think that's it. I'm going to sort, stat, sort in ascending order. Second, L1, which is 1, close parenthesis, enter. Stat, calculate, first variable statistic. Go down to calculate. And I'm going to write down this information. Well, I'm not going to write it down because they're just asking for the standard deviation. SX is 5.03, and that would be 5.0. Next. And that's, he awards me extra points. If you look at overall grade, a 0 has been placed, it has decreased. All right, here we go. I want you to type this in your calculator. I'm going to do it on the Excel spreadsheet because it's easier for me. So go ahead and type these numbers in your calculator. Go ahead and do that right now. Give you 45 seconds to do that. Okay. So I'm going to go to the Excel spreadsheet, and they want the 5-number summary and probably want a box plot. So open in Excel, and I don't know if students, can y'all tell me if y'all had the chance to, y'all are able to use Excel on the test? Okay, thank you very much for your input.
I used it on the test, but I had to do it on a different computer.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind. I just didn't know if you were able. I wish they would let us enable the Excel on the test, but they won't, so I can't do anything.
It has a button that you can click on the data, and it opens it up in Excel, but I didn't try it because I didn't know if it would tell you
Well, that's fine. I don't know if it will do that. Does anybody know if it will seize the test if you do that? I don't think it will, but you know, somebody try it and let me know, or I'll reset your test if you do. All right, I'm gonna put it in order. There we go. Got it in order.
I missed what you said. You're gonna
we only need, hold on a second. I don't know what happened there. Let me increase this. Oh, shoot. What was your question, Miss Dennis?
I missed what you said about resetting the test.
If you go out of it and
Oh,
try an Excel, I don't know if you can use Excel. And she said, there's a place for it. And I said, well, try it. And if it doesn't work, let me know and I'll reset the test.
okay.
But you got to try it. Don't just do it just to do it. All right. So these are my numbers. Did I put them in order? I think I did. Yes, I did put them in order. We need the 5-number summary. So the 5-number summary is not something that takes a lot of time. So here we go. 5-number summary. And that is the mean, the first quartile, the second quartile, which is the median, the third quartile, and the max. And we also need the mid-range for our number line. So the mean, that's pretty simple. What's the mean? The mean is equal to this number. The max is equal to this number. The median, how many numbers do we have? We have 13. Is that odd or even?
Odd.
So you pick the what?
Odd.
You pick the middle number, Hubert. That's right, class. And that's equal to that number right there. All right, somebody tell me how many numbers are above our yellow number right there. How many numbers?
6.
And what is 6? Is that odd or even?
Even.
So you got to pick the middle two numbers and take the average of those middle two numbers, and that is your first quartile.
For the first quartile, you take when it's even,
you got to count the numbers above the median and determine whether it's odd or even. This one's even, so I got to take the two middle numbers and do what? Take the average, add them together, and divide by what?
2.
2. Thank you, ma'am.
2.
And third quartile, same thing. Take the two middle numbers And I'll color these that yellow, that orange. And that's equal to, parentheses, this number plus this number divided by 2. Now I got to find the mid-range equals the highest number plus the lowest number divided by 2. Now I'm going to try to do my box plot on the spreadsheet here. Why am I going to do the box plot on the spreadsheet? Because I'm not going to try to do these 3-digit decimals in my head, and I'm not going to try to do it with y'all telling me what they are. Okay, so I'm going to put the min here. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to put the max here. And the mid-range goes where? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had to do it. Let me move it one more over here. Hold on. Min there. And now I can put the mid-range where? In the middle. Should be right there. And that's equal to the mid-range. Now, what did I just, oh, shoot. What did I just make? I just made my number line. Now I got to graduate it. So what do you mean graduate it? Well, you got to put a number here, you got to put a number here, and you got to keep going until you, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, I don't have the right numbers, but I'm going to do the best I can. Okay, so I'm going to take right here equals this number plus this number divided by 2. And right here is equal to this number plus this number divided by 2. And I do it a different way when I do it by hand. I count the numbers up and I find the middle of the middle of the middle. And that's, you just keep doing that and you graduate your numbers, okay? I shouldn't have to show you all that, but keep going until I, fill up all the spaces. And I don't have a equals this number plus this number divided by 2. I just keep finding the middle of the middle of the middle of the middle. That's what I keep doing. And you can do it several different ways. I'm not going to say you can only do it one way. Just graduate your numbers. Graduate your number line. And it doesn't have to be, oh gosh, 013, 013. It doesn't have to be exact. It just has to be somewhat accurate. And equals this number plus this number divided by 2. And there is my graduations. And you can see they're real close together. All right. So what does that do? That gives me my number line. I'm going to try this. Y'all don't make fun of me, all right? I'm doing this for y'all. Straight line. Y'all are impressed, aren't you? And there's the end. And here's the end. Now I'm going to draw my box plot. What is my first quartile? 0.601. It's blue. So 0.601 looks like right in here maybe. And yellow is 0.605. 605 is right in here. That's not long enough, but it's hard to do with the mouse. Y'all don't laugh at me. I'm sensitive. And 0.609, right in there. And there is my box for my box plot. And where is the center? C-E-N-T-E-R. It's about right in there. So what kind of distribution what kind of distribution we got here?
That'd be symmetric.
It would be symmetric, yes, because it's the middles are lining up. Look at the mid-range. What is the mid-range? 0.605. What's the median? 0.605. So you got about a normal distribution. And if I could draw this, I'm going to try to draw it. Hold on. Y'all bear with me. I'm drawing with a mouse here if you've never done this before. That's what it looks like.
Hubert, Picasso
Yes.
wouldn't be able to do what you're doing.
Yeah. What?
I was just saying Picasso couldn't be able to do what you're
Oh, thank
doing.
you. I appreciate it. I need to cut off my ear. Or was that Van Gogh? That was Van Gogh, wasn't it? All right. So anyway, there it is. So that's what you need to be able to do with a box plot and 5-number summary. And it's not that difficult. So we need to find one of the boxes with the center lined up. I'm going to write these numbers down so I can put them in the question. 0.598, 0.601, 0.605, 0.609, 0.612. And I'm going to go back to the question. And I'm going to make it smaller now. I got to get everything out of the way. Y'all are such divas. I got to do all this for y'all. How do I get rid of? There we go. All right, so I'm going to type it in. 5-number summary is 0.598. Tab. 0.601. Tab. 0.605. Tab. 0.609. Tab. And 0.612 tab. Which one does the center, looks like symmetrical? Well, that's not symmetrical because, yes, alpha. Make sure there's not a D anywhere. There's not. And it is roughly symmetrical, and that's Charlie. So alpha and Charlie.
Mr. McClure.
Yes.
I got that one wrong on the test because let's see which one was it. Yeah, well, it was a similar question, but it was very slightly skewed to the right. Like I looked at it hard and it was skewed to the right, so I said it was skewed to the right, but they said it was symmetric.
That's where they get the roughly right here. See the roughly?
Yeah,
But I'll look at it. Chances are I'll give it to
noticeably
you.
enough.
Did you get everything else correct?
Yeah.
That's not a big deal.
Okay.
I'll look at it after class.
Okay.
But that's not a big deal.
Okay.
Don't lose sleep over it. Okay. He takes the highest grade and drops the lowest. Compute the range. Okay, now I put 3 of these on the test. Does anybody know why I put 3 or 4 of these on the test?
Because they easy.
And that gives you what? Points. Compute the range. Find the highest. What's the highest number? 24? What's 24 minus 6? Dang old 18? That's all there is to it. Darn, these are back to back. What's the highest number? 15 minus what? 1? I know, I'm a bastard. All right, a severe drought affected several western states for 3 years. A holiday tree, what the heck's a holiday tree? A holiday tree farmer or Christmas tree farmer is worried about the drought's effect on the size of his trees. Let me get rid of this. To decide whether the growth of the trees have been, really? You're going to put holiday tree and then you're going to put retarded? The farmer, okay, I did not write this question. The farmer, retarded means not right, not in time. So that's what it means. The farmer decides to take a sample of the heights of the 25 trees, a mean of 65 and a standard deviation of 9. And what did I tell you? When you see these words written like that, what does that mean you're going to do?
Use the chart.
You're going to draw the damn curve. So let's draw the curve. I'm going to write down the information. Mean is what? 65. Standard deviation is 9. All right, get to it.
I can't even see.
All of you should have them already. To the 5 or 6 people that actually did this. Miss Macagina, did you do this for me? Did you do this when I told y'all to do it? She done went back to sleep.
Yes, yeah, I did it.
I knew you did. And how was it on the test? Was it easy to do the test with these curves already drawn?
Yeah, it was.
Well, that's for the 5 people that did this. Miss Macagina is one of those 5. Because I know dang well there's people in here that didn't do it because they invented statistics. I'm sorry, am I being a little bit cynical?
Just a little.
It's the medication, I'm telling you, I got to quit taking it. It doesn't take care of the anger, it makes me more cynical. All right, here we go. This is some hard work here. 65. What's 65 plus 9? 74 plus 9?
83.
And 83 plus 9?
92.
What's 65 minus 9? Uh, 56. Yes, class, that's right. Thank you. 56 minus 9. 47 minus 9. Please check my numbers, please. Make sure I didn't have a mental mistake.
They look good.
And I take my handy dandy. Oh God, Hubert, you're not going to draw it again. Yep, I'm going to draw it again. This should be branded in your brain by now. For those of you that still hadn't copied these curves, it's still in your brain. And the yellow, how many times have I done this for y'all? Roundabout.
Can't get it done enough.
About 4, multiply that by 4. Because I got 4 classes. So how many times have I drawn this curve or colored it for y'all? Probably about, I would say 60 times. Now you just got to go back to the question. What does the question ask? The question says, assuming the distribution is bell-shaped, where would one expect the middle 95% of trees to fall? Well, I've already done it for you. I've already done the problem for you. Between 47 and what?
83.
That's it.
83.
That's it. 47 to 83. Look there. It's a miracle. Compute the range. This is the 3rd range question. 3 times 3 is 9 points. I'm giving you up to 9 points. We're going to count how many range questions I give y'all. I should take them out. That's what I should do. 194 minus 13 is 181. If you miss a question on Hubert's test, what should you do if you think it is correct? Ask Hubert if you can meet with him after class. What is the variable? Is the variable qualitative or quantitative? Medals won in a race. Do you count them or do you measure them?
You count them.
And which
You
one
count
says
them.
count?
Quantitative.
Quantitative. So it's
Quantitative.
either Charlie or Delta. Good God, they do everything in the world to make you
Charlie.
complicated.
It would be
Charlie should say the variable is quantitative because it has numerical meaning. I don't know. This should be characteristic. Why you got to put attribute? Why don't you just put characteristic? They just do everything they can to mess y'all up. If you have an incomplete assignment and Hubert puts a 0 in your grade, what does the 0 do to your grade? Oh, it should increase it. Yeah, whatever. Said the student that said after grade turn in, oh, I didn't know you got a 0. Yeah, whatever. It's just been on your test 4 times. All right. Determine whether this is quantitative or this quantitative is discrete or continuous. Do we measure area or do we count area?
Measure.
You measure area.
Measure. So which one says measure? Alpha or
Would
Charlie?
that be
It's going to be Alpha or Charlie. Which one is it? I'm sorry. Bravo or Charlie?
Charlie?
Charlie.
No, it's not discrete.
B. Is
It's
it B?
what? Continuous. Continuous means measured.
Okay, gotcha.
And they can't give you something simple. So what they do is they change measured into not countable, meaning that you don't count it like you do a dozen eggs or cars. You don't measure cars, you count cars.
A quick question. So what would discrete be? Would that
Discrete
be
is
that
eggs.
it can be? Okay,
Eggs
gotcha.
in a box. Cars in a parking lot. What do you do when you want to find out how many cars are in the parking lot? What do? Do you measure them or do you count them?
Count them.
You count.
Count. Eggs in a basket. I'd say, as I told y'all in the notes, you either count or you what? Measure. What do? They say count or not countable. That's the same thing as measured. Area is measured. What do you do when you want to find out how big your yard is? Do you count the blades of grass or do you take a tape measure and measure it?
You measure it.
You measure it. Okay. Remember, meters, liters, grams. Meters, liters, grams is continuous because you measure them. Not countable. The only one that's got United States in front of it. Please don't put Army. I'll take another 20 points off. Compute the range. Look at there. There's another one. This is 4 times 3. What's 4 times 3? 12. So 12 with the 14, that's 64. Right now, a person can make a 64 on this test and not even know how to do z-scores. All right. So where is the biggest number? 6.6 minus 1.1 is 5.5. Okay, this is a chapter 1 and chapter 3 question. And it all centers around what? That word.
Population.
So which answer is it? Alpha or Bravo?
Alpha.
Good job, because it's a Greek letter. Now, somebody add that up. That'd be 29. That'd be 45, 49,
50.
50. And what do they want? The mean? 50, that's 10. Let's check, see if I did the math right. Yep. Oh my gosh, that could be considered. No, this one is not a simple question because you have to what? Read. You got to read. If it said sample here, then you would pick X. Which one? Why is it not 30, 30, 30?
Because it doesn't add up to 100.
Mr. Michelle, what would I do without you? You and Miss Macagina and Miss Dennis, what would I do without y'all? Although covered in the handouts in the first day of class, best way to communicate is now through Teams, which everything comes through my phone. So, but sometimes I do miss messages. Sometimes I do. What else? Find the sample standard deviation. All right, I want y'all to do this on your calculator right now. You're finding SX. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let y'all do it. So go ahead and type it in. Miss Dennis, you're frozen. Are you frozen?
No.
Well, you are on mine. That's okay. I can still hear you. You're moving it. You're being choppy. You're moving around in blurbs. So
Oh, sorry.
you're over here, and then you're over here. So add them together, or just, I do not want you to do this by hand. I want you to do it on the calculator or on the Excel spreadsheet the quick way. I don't want you to find the mean, median, mode, all that. You got to find the mean, because you got to have the mean to find the standard deviation. But I want you to either do it on the calculator or do it on the Excel spreadsheet.
I got
But I'm
the
not going to
answer, I
type mean.
believe.
I'm going to let you do it. What?
I believe I have the answer.
Okay, which one is it?
5.5A.
Alpha. Who concurs? I want somebody to concur before I check answer. Anybody? Oh, well, I'm not going to get anybody else to answer, so I might as well just check it. That's correct. Good job. Next. How long did it take you to find that on the calculator, Mr. Michelle? Give or take. An estimate.
After typing it all in, 10 seconds.
About 10. So typing it in, about 20 or 30 seconds, you can get that. And if it takes you 10 minutes on a calculator, you need to work on your time, okay? You need to work on that. Because it should not take you 10 minutes to type that in, put it in order, and get the standard deviation. It should not take you 10 minutes. All right? I'm being facetious. It doesn't, I know it don't take y'all 10 minutes. What?
Would it matter if you sorted the numbers from ascending order?
On the calculator, it probably does not matter because
Okay.
you don't need the median. The median is what is affected by the order.
Okay, thank you.
So if you don't need the median, it really doesn't matter if you put them in order. But why do I tell y'all always to put them in order? It's good what? It's a good habit. So anyway, next. Find the interquartile range. I hate when they do. Oh, okay. This is not. Okay, what is the interquartile range? I told you this the other day.
It's the third quartile minus the first quartile.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to do 2-3 things right quick. The interquartile range is equal to the third quartile minus the first quartile. It's also the inner 50%, because you might have a question that asks you, what is it as far as percentage? What is 75% minus 25%?
50%.
It's the inner 50%. That's the definition of the interquartile range. The mathematical definition is Q sub 3 minus Q sub 1. So what is, given the following number, find the interquartile range. I assume this is in order. They should tell you, I think it's in order. Third quartile, what is 66 minus 37? I have no earthly idea. What is it? I'll do it myself. 29? Is it 29? I'll check. Thanks for y'all's input. Next. I'm going to call y'all something bad in a minute. In a certain city, the average 20 to 20, blah, 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 blah. Where did we see this word before?
Did we get it?
And z-scores.
Okay, what problem? I told y'all I brought it out of the cobwebs. Blank versus blank. LBJ versus who?
Abe Lincoln.
Did I not give y'all LBJ versus Shaq?
Shaq? No, yeah, you did.
Y'all don't listen to me. That's why. See, that's why. Y'all want to start a revolution. Y'all can't start a lawnmower. Daggone. Y'all don't listen. Such a disappointment. All right, what am I going to do here? I'm going to draw a bell-shaped curve, and I'm going to put my z-scores on the bottom. Y'all watch what I do here. 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. Now I want y'all to calculate the z-scores for these two groups. I want you to mark out 20 to 29-year-old, and I want you to put above it LBJ or something like that. That 20 to 29 and 20 to, do you know what that does to y'all? What does that do to y'all as students?
What
Helps
do you
us
mean?
group both of them.
It confuses you. Okay? The reason they don't put a name right here like George is because when they put these in a question, it automatically gets you misdirected. All right? So I would mark that out and put John here. Mark this out and put Jane. Okay? So I'm going to mark this out right here, and I'm going to put John. And I'm going to write this is what I'm going to do here. Y'all bear with me a minute. I'm trying to juggle this stuff around. John is 69.8 inches tall. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. That's X bar. And a standard deviation of 3.2. Susie is X bar of 64.5 and a standard deviation of 3.8. John is 75 inches and Jane is 70 inches. And what are you going to calculate?
The z-score.
That's right. So do that. Now, isn't it a whole lot easier to think about when you put names instead of classes? John is 75 inches tall and Susie is 70 inches tall. Which one is relatively taller? So do it. I need somebody to give me the z-score for John to 2 decimal places and the z-score to Susie at 2 decimal places. Whenever you get it, and I'll need somebody to confirm it. So I'm going to need like 4 people to interact with me.
For John, I got a z-score of 1.63.
Okay, can somebody confirm that?
Yes.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes. Yes.
Did you say you can confirm that?
Yes.
All right. What about Susie?
Susie, I got 1.45.
Can somebody confirm that?
Confirmed.
Thank you. So 1.45 is right here. 1.63 is right here. So who is relatively taller? Who's closer to the outliers?
That would be John.
John. John is relatively taller. And of course, they try to screw you up with the answer. So somebody, okay, it's either Alpha or Charlie. I'm looking for the right. The z-score for the man is 1.63, is larger than the z-score for the woman, which is 1.45, and that should be correct. Yep. Next. I'm trying to hurry. I know we're late. There's another range that takes us up to 15 points, which takes us up to 67. So you can almost make a C in this class just on the range. The highest is 11 minus what? 2? Should be 9. Okay, I'm going to have to move on because what time's class over?
Now.
Now? Okay, let me stop. I'll go ahead and let me get the roll, and anybody that can stay, I'll finish, okay? Let me go get the roll right quick and see if anybody's missing from Tuesday or if Tri-County hadn't logged me out. Okay, let me turn off the record. Well, let me just turn off the presentation. Hold on a second. 12023. And the only people I need to check on is Miss Deese. She's not here. Hernandez is here. Good. Williams and Winton. Let me see. There is Winton and Williams. Good. All right. So y'all are here this week. And that will only leave Miss Deese. So hopefully Miss Deese will show up. But I'm not going to be able to give her credit unless she emails me by today because they cut y'all's off tomorrow. I don't know why they do that. But anyway, let me go back. You're welcome to stay for a few minutes and let me finish. If you need to leave, go ahead and leave. I'm going to finish these last few questions before, so here we go. You can catch it on the recording. The next one, okay. The accompanying box plot was constructed. This looks like it's skewed. I can't even tell.
Would you mind presenting your screen real quick?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
This is really not a good box plot. If you look use this as a base, all the data is on the left, so that means it should be skewed what? Right? No, that's not, this is not.
It might be skewed left because if you're looking at it from
I can't.
the lowest to the highest number, then the tail is on the left side. Like if you were to turn the data sideways and look at it from the smallest data on the left to the largest data on the right,
Here?
the tail is on the left side. Yes, sir.
I don't like this question. Skewed left. All right, everybody make a note on this one because I don't like this question. I don't like the way this is box plot because if you look at it as this is the base, the tail is on the right. Tail is over here. I don't like this, the way they got this thing. It looks like to me it's skewed right. I mean, yeah, it looks like to me it's skewed right. But I'm gonna tell you, if you get this one and it's jammed up here like this, it's skewed left. But I don't like that question. Next, and that's a bonus. And this, what are you going to use here? The empirical rule, Hubert. That's right. So you're going to use this guy right here. You're going to color it. And it's going to ask you about these weights. So you're going to put 350, then 400, 450, 500, 550. And then you're going to back it up to 300, 250, 200. And then it's going to ask you about the percentages. I'm not going to do this one because this one, we've done this one to death. Next. Overall grade. 0. This one is this looks like the empirical rule. 74. No, it's not. This is z-scores, I think. Because why would they put these here unless they wanted a z-score? I think this is z-score. It may be empirical rule. Hold on a minute. 74, 97. So if you did, I'm going to do it by empirical rule and see what they're asking. 74 and 9.7. So 74 and add 10 or 9.7. That'd be an 84. So it'd be 83.3. 83.3. Y'all help me out here. 83.3 plus 10 is 93.3, which would be 93. 93 plus 10 is 103 minus, this would be 102.7. Somebody check my math on the right side, please.
Yes, sir, that's right.
Okay, 74 minus 9.7 would be, okay, that'd be 64, but it'd be 64.3, I believe. Somebody check me. I don't know, I may be going backwards. What is 74 minus 9.7?
Yes, sir, you're right.
And then 64.3 would be 54.3, but it would be 3 more, 54.6.
Yes, sir.
And 54.6 minus 10 is 44.6, plus 3 is 44.9. I hope.
Yes, sir, that's right.
Okay. Now, what do they ask? They ask between 64.3, I'm looking, 64.3 right here, and 93.4. I don't have a 93.4. So you may have to change 93.4 into a z-score. I don't know why they're giving you that data though. So that's 93.4. So 93.4 minus 74 over 9.7. Somebody give me that number.
You said you wanted 93.4 minus 74?
Yeah, over 9.7.
That would be 2, it says.
Okay, I must have done something wrong with I must have added wrong here. So 2 would be right here. So what, add up those three percentages. What do you get? 68, 81.5. I still don't know why they're giving you these numbers. I guess they're trying to throw you off. That's empirical rule.
Wait,
No
so
way,
for
no how.
so Quick question.
Yeah,
So for that previous one, sorry, would you mind just going back to it real quick?
yeah.
So you said we're using the empirical rule for this one, right?
That's what I did. Yeah.
Okay, and from there, how did you get the how would you get the 81.5 again? I'm just a little confused.
The percentages right here.
Oh, okay. So just taking it from
That's
those
the empirical
percentages.
rule. See, the percentages is what makes up the empirical rule.
Okay. Okay.
You
that
got to
makes
add
sense.
them up. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
That's why it was a little bit, it confused me a little bit because I got 93 right here and it's supposed to be 93.4. So evidently I did the math wrong on this side. That's why you need to make sure you do your math right with the calculator. All right. Next one. I did that. That's a bonus. That's a bonus. And that's a bonus. Communication. And find the sample variance. Notice it says what? Sample. So your answer is going to be S squared and S. Now, somebody type those in for me and give me the two samples. Do it on your calculator. You're going to take the standard deviation, which will be right here. It says round to 1 decimal place, and raise that to the second power to get this, because that's S and this is S squared. So somebody find the standard deviation and do it to the second power. Or just give it to me. You're also going to need to take that whole standard deviation at 10 digits or whatever and raise it to the second power. So don't round it and raise it to the second power. You have to use the whole number and raise it to the second power. But give me the standard deviation, SX, to the first power, to the first decimal point.
So I got the standard deviation would be 14.9.
Okay, now take that. How many digits? Does it go out like 10 digits, SX? Does it go to 10 digits?
Yes, sir. It goes out pretty far.
Type that in. Type
Okay.
that 10-digit number in and raise it to the second power.
Yes, sir. Just give me a second.
Usually it comes out to a short number with the variance, but sometimes it has a decimal on it. It's round to 2 decimal places.
And you said raise it to the second power?
Like it says right there, S squared.
Okay, I got 223.12 repeating.
That's good. That's it. Submit test. And I think I skipped one question. I might have skipped more than that. What did I get wrong here? That's the one I skipped, I think. Yeah, I didn't do that one. That's the empirical rule. What else did I get wrong? 27. Oh, that's the same one. 20. Oh, I hit the wrong no. I hit the wrong one. I suck. 13. I don't know why I got that one wrong, but I did. I must have hit the wrong one. Qualitative means, oh, I read the question. I thought it said medals won in a race. Medal won in a race is qualitative because it means first, second, or third place. I thought it said medals, like how many medals did you win in a race?
So did
Yeah,
I.
I
I
did
read
too.
that one wrong.
Okay,
Yeah, you're not the only one.
I thought it said medals won in a race. My bad.
Yeah, we all did. You're good.
Got to read. That's one of the things man, I got to do it too. Was that 13? Yeah, that was 13. 3. God, miss. Okay, well, I did this in my head, I think. I can't remember. But the answer, the sample standard deviation is 5.3. I don't remember doing this one.
It was
I
the
think
one
y'all
whenever
gave
we
me
used
that
the
5s.
calculator.
Okay. And number 1, I missed number 1. Okay, well, we were all off just a little bit. Okay, no big deal. I still made an 86, and I did it in 30 minutes. I think 30 minutes, or I had 30 minutes left. So, and that was explaining to y'all. So I think 30 minutes left, you know, I think that's pretty good when I was explaining each problem. So that's still good. All right, y'all get out of here and have a good day, and I'll see y'all Friday.
You too.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Hubert.
Thank you. Bye-bye.